Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Ali. Today I have a huge Christmas TEMU haul for you, including decorations, gift ideas, etc, etc. It's been a while since I last did a haul video, so let's dive right in. Let's start with some decorations then. So every year I have two trees in my house. I have a Harry Potter tree and then I have a tree that's sort of like, I guess I collect ornaments for this tree, so it has many different things. There's not necessarily a theme to it, just maybe like a colorway, but I do quite like the more old-fashioned looking ornaments. Anyway, my Harry Potter tree, one of the colors that I really struggle to do is the yellows, because for Hufflepuff, fine for gold for Gryffindor with red and gold, but the yellow is the one I really struggle with. So I saw these wooden sort of ornaments online that are more like of a yellowy colour. I also quite like the shape of them. They kind of felt like something you would see on the Hogwarts tree. There is a whole bunch of them. They are different sizes. There's like 2 or 3 different designs in there. They've got the hole in the top ready for you to be able to put some ribbon through. They did provide some gold ribbon, but I think I might put black ribbon on there so that it's like the black and gold of Hufflepuff. So I've got those ones. We then picked up some bronze ones as well, because again, for Ravenclaw, you can get lots of blue, but I really struggle with the bronzy colour that goes with them. So I saw these ones on TEMU, and I just thought these again would be a great addition. Let's see if we can get into them first. So I think there's like 6 in here, 6 or 10, I can't remember. But they look like this. Again, they do feel like something you would see on the Hogwarts Christmas tree. So there is a mixture of matte ones that look like that. And then there are some slightly, if I dig deep, shinier ones. But they're the same sort of like style for all of them. And they're in this like more chocolatey bronze colour. But I thought that would be a perfect addition for the Christmas tree for Ravenclaw as a colour scheme. I then picked up some more Christmas ribbon that lights up. I got a bit of this last year, and I feel like it looks really nice if you want an alternative to like tinsel on your tree. So I picked up some more this year. This one will be going on my Hogwarts tree with the gold, but I really like this one because it had some music notes in with the pattern. I'm not sure whether you can see that. It comes with a battery pack for 3 AA batteries. Like I said, I had some of this last year. You get quite the wad of ribbon there. And I just think it looks really nice on the tree. Like I said, this one I'm going to use on my Harry Potter tree. Then we have some more lights. These ones are a USB cable light. These are to go in your windows. If I can undo them. So, as you can see, there's like little hooks here that you can hang up. I think these also can go outside in your trees as well. I will try and either insert a video at the end of this or sort of do a short of all these up once I've got them up. I plan to put my Christmas decorations up tomorrow. So yeah, these are like a curtain light sort of thing, so they're long. And like I said, you've got the little hooks to put them up with. I did go for a warm white colour for these ones. I then picked up these Christmas lights. Now, these ones are like those little starbursts that you see hanging in trees. I think they're such a cute look for the Christmas season. If I can get into them. Right. Again, these have hooks at the top to help you hang them. But I'm likely to put them in my trees, and they sort of look like this, which are all wiry, and they'll hang, and you can sort of like pull out the wires. Put those there. You can pull out the wires so that you can make them more like fluffy, like they do on the picture. So you get that sort of more like a starburst look to hang from your trees or anywhere really. But these ones were bought so that they could go outside in my trees this year. Again, these are in a warm white colour. I then picked up these, which I have seen on TikTok quite a bit as well. And these are those multifunction camping lights that are like on a reel. Now, I think I again picked up the warm white colour, but this actually might be one of those ones that goes different colours anyway, so you can like set it to white. It looks like this. It did come with a charging port so that they sort of run off battery power. It says camping lights on there. Underneath you've got your USB and micro USB ports there. And then it also has a little holder here should you want to hook this side up. And the on off button is on the bottom as well. You then just unhook this bit here and you pull them out and they are like reels of lights. Again, this was predominantly bought for the back garden, but I'm really looking forward to using these and just being able to put a bit more lights around the place. They are safe for using outdoors. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. This actually feels like a lot better quality than I was expecting. So there also seems to be magnets on the bottom, so you could probably magnetize that to something outside if you've got something metal to hold it in place. Yeah, I'll absolutely take, like I said, some videos of these once I've got them up and running outside. That is the plan for the next couple of days, is to get Christmas up. Next, we have some lights for my Harry Potter Christmas tree. So I for Halloween got some of those hanging candles. Really like them, they're really pretty. And I always think to myself I'd love them on my tree as well, but I always find them a bit difficult to do that with. So when I saw these ones on Temu, I thought these would be perfect. So they are individuals. You do need to put a AAA battery in each one of your candles. But the thing I loved about this was they come with these little stands. They go like that, and then you just clip it to your branch of your tree. They come with, I think it was 10 or 12 candles, and same with the holders. And I just was like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted, to give that floating candle effect on my Christmas tree. And I'm really happy about the size of them as well, because I was worried they might be too big, but I think these are going to look absolutely gorgeous. And it doesn't have to be a Harry Potter Christmas tree. It could be a normal Christmas tree. It's just that's what I'm going to use them for. But I do think these are really adorable, and I'm actually really pleased with these. I'm quite excited to get these up. Now, those of you who follow me on TikTok, you will have seen that this year for Halloween I had a Disney theme, and one of the things that I made was Zero's grave. And then I've got a little Zero that comes from Asda that sits by the side of it. Well, I decided he's staying out for Christmas this year, as well as doing a Christmas, Night Before Christmas display in my house in one of my windows. But obviously we have to decorate Zero's grave for Christmas. So I really wanted it to be like more like the lights that they have in the film. So I am very much a warm white girly when it comes to Christmas. It's just what I prefer. The very Nordic, rustic, that kind of look. That's what I do for Christmas, which is very different from my Halloween. However, I felt like Zero's grave needed to have like multicolored lights and those like old fashioned, like almost like 80s style lights. So I found these outdoor ones. They are battery powered, and they have several sort of like sequences that you can have, but they're in this sort of like old fashioned style light. They're like 80s style, but they are all LEDs. And I just thought that these would be absolutely perfect to go around Zero's grave, just to highlight him for Christmas. I cannot wait to decorate this section. It's going to be the only bit outside that's Night Before Christmas, but it's going to be adorable. And I did promise Jack when I met him in Disneyland Paris that I would make sure that Zero's grave looked absolutely perfect for Christmas. We then come on to some decorations that are for my lounge. I think you probably also would have seen these on TikTok as well, but these are the giant bows. Now my front lounge is green, so obviously I had to go with the green version. It's actually quite a good quality. It's in this sort of velvety material, and the ends are incredibly long. They're still folded over in some areas. I really like this. I thought this would look really nice, sort of like to go in my archway where the tree goes, sort of like where the curtains are. I was going to put this in the middle. It does come with a string already attached for you to be able to hang it up with. I'm not sure how I'm going to hang it up yet. But yeah, I kind of like the idea of it like being in the middle of my window and then these like sort of being draped either side. That's the plan. But really good quality. This here is stiff enough to be able to give yourself some like wiggle room in how you pose it. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm looking forward to using that this year. We then have some mini trees that I bought for outside. These are also, I guess you could just use these as and when you want to. around the house, or to fill out your tree if you've got some like blank spots in your tree. Now, I will say straight off the bat, the colour of these are a little bit more muted than I thought they'd be. They are not as sort of Christmassy green as I was expecting. But once you fluff them out, I'm sure they're going to look a lot better, because they are sort of all wired. So you can see here, I can like do this to fluff it out a bit more, make it feel a bit more fuller. Like my plan with these, there you go, you can see sort of how it would take shape, is to put them in the ground outside, run some Christmas lights around them, and just give me a little bit more decoration outside. I don't do an awful lot for Christmas outside, mainly at Halloween, as you know. But I've had quite a few of my neighbours be like, oh, can you do something a bit more? Lots of people are always asking. So I'm trying to make more of an effort this year and just add a few more bits and pieces to the outside decor. So I will say some of the branches do fall off really easily, so that is worth noting. I guess when you get something from Temu, that is the risk you take. Is some things are great and some things are not so much. But these are to go outside in the ground. I'm not overly worried. I think they'll do the job that I need them to do. They did come as a pack of 2, and they did send them with some stakes so that you can put those on the bottom, and so that will make it easier to go in the ground. So yeah, they're really cute. They will help me with some of my scenes outside. More lights. I'm really trying to go to town with lights outside this year, because I just think that's the easiest way to do it, is to go with lights. Some lights I leave up all year round. I just don't turn them on. You can't even see that they're there. These lights are those like hanging lights you sometimes see in trees, often in like towns and stuff. I've always wanted some. I just think they're really pretty. So they are like these tubes. They've got these LED strips in them. They are all attached. They aren't individual. They do come with a USB end. From what I can tell, they haven't got a button on them, which would tell me that means they just have like an on function. Again, I went with the warm white just because that's the colour scheme of my house at Christmas. They were available in other colours as well. So you could get ones that were multicoloured. I'm just trying to undo this enough to be able to show you how. So they all separate, and then we're going to run those through the trees. Again, warm white, and I'm just like trying to give myself a little bit more for the outside space. More lights. I will say straight off the bat, I thought these were going to be more like stems that I could put in, like an individual stem sort of thing, rather than what they actually are. Because my thought process was I could put them in the vase I have on my mantelpiece, just to make it look a bit more Christmassy. I often put some more sprigs and stuff in, but I kind of like stuff to light up more at Christmas time. But these are actually on like a string. We'll see if we can make it work. But these are just these really cute little flowers. They're sort of white, but the colouring is warm white. They take a AA battery. They're about 1 metre long, so they weren't terribly long anyway, which is fine, because like I said, I kind of wanted to put them within the flowers of the vase, but that might not be what this gets used for now. But we'll have a think, we'll have a see. I am the kind of person that has a play anyway when I'm putting up stuff. Some stuff has its place, and some things I like adding to. So yeah, they're really cute though. I just wish they'd been on stems, because they sort of like advertise them as being in a vase. And I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but we'll figure it out. It's fine. Next up, we've got some more Christmas trees for outside. However, these ones do light up. Now, I already have a set of trees like this already. I got them from Aldi a few years ago. So they do come with your stakes for your ground, just like the other ones. They have got a standard standard plug on the end. And then there is a set of 6 in here, and they do look pretty much identical to the ones I've already got. I just wanted to be able to extend where I put them outside. So they're sort of all connected, and then the lights are already set on them, and you just fluff them out like so to make them look a little bit more like Christmas trees. See, the colouring on these I much prefer. Can you see what I mean by this is like a more of a proper green, whereas the other ones side by side, you can see these ones are a bit more dull in colour. I might spray these with some like fake snow. That might help these a little bit. But yes, so these are a set of 6. Like I say, they're little stake lights. And I just think they look really nice outside, and it just means I can continue them down around the path a little bit more, because now I have 12 in total. Now, with all those Christmas lights, especially those ones that have got plugs, I need some way of being able to do that outside safely. Now, I do already have a sort of extension box that you can put your things in to keep it protected. It's like wind and weatherproof. I have a couple of those. My problem is I don't have an outdoor extension cable to like be able to get it to go further. So this was, I think, £17. Probably less than that once I got to the till, because you know how TEMU works. I think by the time I got to the till, this had actually come down to like 12 something. Anyway, this is an outdoor, throw it back, an outdoor extension cable thingamajig. I don't know what the proper name is for it, but it looks a bit like this. So this is how it's come. So you've got here, which is where you can put your standard plug socket. So this is where I can start the connection. And then you've got the on-off button up here, which is covered in plastic. And then I think this is like 2 meters long. I'm pretty sure it was 2 meter one I got. So I do have an outdoor plug itself, which is just outside the house. That's all safe. It's just that none of my lights are long enough when plugged into that to then get to the other side of my driveway. Anyway, it'll all become apparent when I do a video of what my outdoors looks like this year. So plug this into that, and then obviously that gives me an extra 2 meters before I have to then plug in the first light. And like I said, I've then got another sort of like waterproof box, kind of like this, where it seals. So I could plug in an extension into here, put the extension in that box, and everything's still waterproof and safe. So bit of a practical one, but really good for your outdoor decorations, or if you need to run lights outside into your garden. I just think this was a brilliant, very practical product for the Christmas and festive season, but it obviously has multiple uses as you see fit. Right, we've got a couple more decorations left to go. So the next one on there is I bought some window decals. I think it's just a quick and easy way to do nice displays. So this came as a pack with 10 sheets, if I can get it out of the bag. So these are just like our little Christmas trees. These are the ones for your window. Each sheet comes with 3 little trees and 1 big one. And I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but just here, here, and here are some little snowflakes. Let me see if I can peel one off so that you can see them. Like so. So these are the ones that go on the windows. Now, I have got quite a few of these already, especially with like the faux cakes, but I didn't have any of the trees. And I just thought this would be a really nice addition to my windows, just to give them a little bit more of a Christmas cheer. Nice and easy, and a no damage product. And like I said, you get 10 sheets of these, so looking forward to popping those up. Much like I did last year, I picked up some more of my favourite kind of tinsel. I'm not a big tinsel person. I prefer the foliage, but I do love this tinsel because it sort of is a green colour with the white tips, and I just feel like it looks a little less. Some tinsel can look cheap, guys. It can. This feels more fluffy, and for me, it doesn't feel as cheap, or doesn't look as cheap. It looks nicer. It looks really good running up your sort of stairway and staircases without causing damage, and without being as heavy as some of the garlands can be. So yeah, this came with 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Each piece is relatively long. Like I said, I just love this particular type of tinsel. I also like this tinsel for if you have a tree that's starting to become a little bit not as fluffy as it used to be. This is a great tinsel to stuff those edges to make your tree look more full. So I will absolutely be getting some use out of this year. Then another little practical item. I bought some, these are referred to as window hooks. So I do use the suckers on the windows to put on my lights. However, sometimes they don't always stay. So I saw these where you're supposed to be able to like hook this bit over the top of the window and still be able to shut it. I guess it might work on some skinnier doors as well. And then they've got the little hooks on the side. So I've bought myself a little pack of those, hopefully to help me be able to put up my Christmas decorations a little bit easier this year. Now something that's a little bit more middle ground before we get onto some of the things that I've bought as gifts for my hampers that I make up every year. I picked up a pack of 5 Santa hats. Why, you ask? Well, because I have got some stacks of Jack Skeleton in the window from Halloween. They're the white ones from Asda, and I just thought it'd be really cute if I added little Christmas hats to the top of them just to like tie them all in. So I've got 2 of those Jack stacks in the window up here. I then have my Jack Skeleton sort of like lava lamp thing, I guess. And again, I wanted to stick one on him, so that is 3 in use, and then I've got 2 spare to use as I see fit, whether that's for a party or for decorations, I don't know yet, but you can never have too many Santa hats. I'm pretty sure I had a pack of 5 for like £1 some odd, so it was a no-brainer. Right, on to the hampers. So every year, as you know, I do little mini hampers up for people in my family, and I do some batch baking. And so this year I needed some bags or some gift wrap, etc., to be able to put all the lovely little items that I've been collating over the years, as well as over the year, as well as some of the items that I've bought in this Temu haul. So I like collect different things, hand creams, etc. So let's start with some boxes. I picked up 2 different ones off of Temu. Now, I will say they are 2 very different sized ones. I'll show you the smaller ones first, which I'm not sure how I'm going to utilise, but we will figure it out because I don't like things to go to waste. So this is a pack of 24. So that's great. And they come flat like this. There are 2 designs. There is the green one, and then there's the red one, and then they sort of just make up, right? They all make up into like little display boxes like so. So then you can put some of your items in. I might use this for some of the baking side of things, or for some of the smaller elements so that they don't get lost in the bigger box. So there's 24 of those. They're really cute. But then the better sized ones are these ones. Now I think these were also a pack of 24. Checks the packaging. No, these are a pack of 12. Okay, so these are bigger. Again, these are 2 designs. So we've got our red one, which is like Santa Claus, and then we've got a green one, which I guess is more elf-like. So these also exactly the same. They sort of like make up into little box baskets. I'm not going to put them completely together yet. There's sort of like tabs. But as you can imagine, they make up like that. And then I can put all the little bit of individual stuff in them. They are a much better size than the first one. I do think I might want to get some more of this size ones. The other ones are a little bit small. But they would work for like the cookies and stuff that I make. Maybe like separating out the edibles within the boxes. So they'll all get used somehow. I don't do waste. So they're a good little find. Then we've got quite a few kiddie winks now in my family. So I also do little like children hamper versions as well, because there's just so many kids. So when I saw these as a pack of 4, that these were adorable, really cute. So these are like some little like pencil sort of stationery sets for kids. Now there's 4 different colours. There was a yellow, a green, a red and a blue, and they have different characters and designs on it. This was a snowman, a giraffe, teddy bear and a little girl, etc. Each one comes with 2 pencils, a ruler, sharpener, a rubber, and then a little like colouring book type thing. So I just thought these were adorable and sort of like perfect little stocking fillers rather than like a selection box. It's something a little bit different. So yeah, you get a 4-pack there, and I just thought this was a great little thing that I could put in for some of the kids that I do the hampers for this year. Then we've got something more practical to go in the boxes this year. So I think this was also a pack of 25. Now, they do have several different designs on them, but these are just some cute little Christmas pens. They are biro, click on top, but they've got various designs. So we've got like the stocking one here, snowflake, a present, we've got a snowman, a star, a gingerbread house, a gingerbread man. Nope, I think that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different designs there. and it's a pack of 25. Like I said, pencils, stationery, always good to give because I think it's just really useful, and the fact that they've got these cute little cookies on them, lovely little addition. We then come on to some bath bombs. Like I said, I do like to put some relaxation in there as well. Not everybody gets everything, so some things like I'll value as being similar, and so like somebody might get a bath bomb and somebody else might get something else that's sort of like equal value. They are sort of this sort of size. This came as a pack of 6. They are all different colours. Let's see if I can get them out. Like so. I probably could have done with getting 2 packs of these actually, but these are really cute. Another little nice addition to go into our hampers. We then have some Christmas key rings. Just think it's a really cute little thing to go in there. This was a pack of 46. We have various designs. So we've got little penguins, he's cute. We've got little stockings. What else have we got? We've got a gingerbread man, etc, etc. There's a lot of little different, I just thought they were really cute. They're little rubber ones. I just think they're going to be a perfect little trinket addition to my hampers this year. Then we come on to some face masks. So this was a pack of 10, I believe. I just think handing somebody like face masks and things like that are always good. Self-care is always good. Something to help them relax. This came with a variety of different sort of, I was going to say flavours, but you know what I mean. So like we've got grapefruit ones, we've got avocado ones, we've got lemon ones, mango, what else? Rose, what's that one? Pink peach, coconut, what? I'm dropping them now. But yes, as you can see, there is a variety of facial masks there. And again, I'll be popping one of those into each person's hamper just for a little bit of TLC. They are not the only ones I got though. I also got some eye masks as well. You know, the ones that go underneath here, because as adults, we are getting tired and, you know, who's another bit of a pamper session? So these ones are Christmassy themed. They've got 2 different options. There's a blueberry one here. And then we also have, without dropping them, an avocado one here. They came in a pack of 24. And again, lovely little thing that I could pop into the boxes. I also do seem to have like just this one green tea soak. I'm not sure. I think I maybe thought this came as a pack or something, because this is for your feet. Because I was hoping to do like face, eye, feet, etc. So I might have to check my listing for that, because I seem to only have 1. And I'm sure it was a listing for 10. Either or though, again, another little cute thing that you can pop into a hamper for Christmas. Picked up some little cookie bags as well for my cookies, just because I like to keep them separate, food hygiene, etc. These are a really cute design. So you've got a Bambi sort of design there with a reindeer. Then there is sort of like a Santa-y one with a snowman. This is Santa by himself. Christmas trees, etc, etc. This is a pack of 100. So yeah, I like those. They are going to be perfect to put my little cookies in. Then we come on to, I think I've seen a few of these on TikTok as well. But these are like little teddy bears that are washcloths, but they're already made up in little bear format. So they came like this. How many are in here? Don't know. I think it's like 12. Yeah, 12. But they're already made up and they come in like this really cute format, and they're like little washcloths. And there's several colours in there. Now this particular pack also came with, should you wish to use them, the bags that says, "You had me at hello, I love you, I know," on it. So you could make your presentation even better by putting them inside the bags if you wanted to. But yeah, I just thought that was a really cute addition and such a sweet thing to have in your hampers this year as a little washcloth. Honestly, self-care this year, that's what it's all about. Speaking of being cozy and self-care, I've also just bought a load of socks to go in there because, yeah, everybody deserves socks. So I got two of the packs of, how much are these? 12. So they're 12 pairs of socks, and I got 2 lots of them. Just because I had plenty spare left over then. So let's see what the quality of these is like. So they're all sort of like neutral colours, because I do male and female boxes and stuff. So these are the socks. They've got some good stretching to them. They're pretty good around the ankle bit, and inside, yeah, fairly decent warm quality. Now, like I said, I did get 2 lots of these. They do have several colours. So we've got browns. There is a sort of beige colour, like a blue, and a mustard. Then we also have green, another sort of mustardy colour. There just seem to be 2 of those in this pack. And then we've got like a nice dusty pink one. And then we have a nice sort of like mottled grey. We have got some more dark green. And then another brown and another couple of colours there. So again, I think they're just going to be a nice addition to my bag. So we've got 2 products to go. Now you may be thinking, hang on a second, that's not what she was wearing a minute ago. Well, when I first started filming this, I thought everything had arrived. And so I went through everything, started filming, etc. Got to the end of my filming. I always like to double check my orders, and I realised there was 2 items missing. Now bear in mind, the first part of this video I filmed almost 2 weeks ago now. And these last 2 products only turned up yesterday, which is very unusual for Temu, for me at least, for it to take quite so long. But nevertheless, let's hope these 2 last products were worth the wait. First up, we're going to open up this box. I don't know which one's in which, but one of them's lights and one of them is an item for my hampers. So these ones are the lights. So, take them out of the box. These are bauble lights, and I'm hoping to put these outside as well, even though they're going to be going up rather late. But these again are for my trees. So as you can see, each bauble has got some like almost like little berries inside of them, and then they have got dangling lights in between, kind of like the icicle lights you can get. There is, I think, 10 baubles on here. But as you can see, these ones are safer outside, as they come with the battery pack that is sealed, and it takes 3 AA batteries. So I can't wait to put these up in my tree, especially as the LED long ones that I got, that I filmed previously in this video, unfortunately don't work, and I've had to send those back and get a return and refund on those. I also double checked the foot spa salts. They were supposed to be a pack of 10. They only sent me 1. And again, I've managed to get a refund for that. On to our final product in this Christmas Temu haul. These should be my cups, which is for my hampers. At the moment, this room looks like chaos. This room has become like the present room. So there's just piles of stuff everywhere. So these are reusable like coffee cups, which I just thought were a really cute thing to be able to put into the hampers this year. So they come with all their lids and the bottoms as well. I'm just going to take them out of the packet. So this is what they look like. This was a pack of 25, which I think was excellent value for money. So this is the sort of size of them. They are in a plastic. They're not like a very thick plastic, but they've just got this cute little Christmas design on it. It says Merry Christmas. They did have different colours. I've gone with the green. And like I said, they come with the lids. These are what your lids look like. They've got like a hole for a straw if you would want that. And then you just pop them on the top of the cup, like so. I just think these are going to be a nice little cute addition to go into my little hamper boxes. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. I'm glad they were worth the wait. And that is everything that I got in this Christmas edition Temu haul. Everything from present ideas to decoration ideas. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed making it for you. And hopefully you found some items that you maybe want to get for this year or next year. Until our next video, stay safe and bye-bye.